Takahiro Sakurai is a Japanese voice actor who was born in Aichi. He was a member of 81 Productions since July 20 of 2014 is attached with Intention, the management company established by Kenichi Suzumura, one of his good friends. His height is 1.76 am. Many of his roles are handsome men. However, he has also voiced reluctant heroes as well as the occasional villain. Sometimes, he is also typecast to play angsty and arrogant young men, and also loner characters such as Izuru Kira in Bleach. More recently, he also provided the voice of Edward Cullen in the Japanese dub adaptations of the Twilight Saga films. Filmography, Anime, 2014 Nanatsu no Taizai Griama, Drama CD, 1K Apartment no Koi, Adikan as Yoshiwara Anri, also known as No Shinman as Kari Kazuragawa, Akaya Akashia Ayakashino as Akiyoshi Tokaka, Are You Alice? As Alice, Ioyu Tau Yori or Niobo Riro. As Rui Karaiwin, Baito wa Maid. As Minryagata, Baito wa Maid. 2, Shibun. Senden. As Minryagata, ballet star as Horanuchi Keisuke, Be My Princess as Glenn J. Kashiragi, Buddy Complex BC Extra Stories Volume 6 as Bizinger Phil, Code Geass, Lee Larch of the Rebellion as Suzaku Kurarugi, Cyborg 009 Drama CD, Love Stories as Joe Shimamura, Diabolic Lovers as Ruki Mukami, Dogs, Bullets and Carnage as Hein Ramsteiner, Dolls as Taudo Yusaki, Ecstasy Waiari ni Atsukushiki Rugoku, Executive Boy, Fate Prototype Special Drama CD as Saber, Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden as Aruki, Gaki no Ryuban Series 3, Sakura Hiruzu, Gaki no Ryuban Series 5, Akron no Jaken, Gaki no Ryuban. Series 7, Monster Panic, Gaoku Kyaku Sendakoi Wai Hajimura Series as Minato Kurihara, Grey Zone as Yuzuru Kusaka, Hateranka Yaji as Aziad, Junjo Boy Series 2, Junjo Heart Kaihuku as Kaji Nekazawa, Junju Romantica as Misaki Takahashi, Kami as Atsuma Hasumi, Karayo Gakuen Twins Series 1, Scandalous Twins, Karayo Gakuen Twins Series 2, Dangerous Twins, Demono as Rentaro Sakagabura, Kai Papa as Shunsuke Sakaki, Kiss to Do Jin. Oejisama Wakarasumo Oete. As Choru Hikawa, Kyo Karamo. As Yuri Shibuya LDK as Kyuge Yamashvase, Love Mode as Rin Takimura, Lovely Complex as Atsushi Otani, Maho Gakuen Series 1, Benetsu Club, Maho Gakuen Series 2, Himtsu Garden, Maho Gakuen Series 3, Mugen Palace, Maho Gakuen Series 4, Yu Waka Lesson, Maho Gakuen Series Side Story, Dao and Daokai Zenusai, Miscast Series Volumes 4 onwards as Andre Hayami, Miksa Chocolate as Hara, Mizuki Sensei Kiyopatsu as Mizuki Seikanaga, Muneshi Waji Series as Yuya Yamashino, Noito wa Atsuno Gozuki Series 1, Noito wa Atsuno Gozuki Series 2, Noito wa Heichi no Gozuki, New Center no Kuibito as Narumi Kobayashi, Ukami Shoujo 2. Kurouji as Sata Kayuya, Eren Gakuen Series 3, Sakashi Boazu de Sazaid as Daisuke Nogami, Raijicha Sama no Okinyuri as Ryo Tsunamiya, Saint Seiya Yugon 12 Kyohen as Dragon Shiryu, SLH Stray Love Hearts. As Kaito Ninomiya, Shizuji Sama no Okinyuri as Kanzor Hakuo, Shounen Yonke, Skip Dance as Sasuke Tsubaki, Slavers Series as Shuichi Kurayashi, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale as Shulfen Shal, Sono Iubai Date Ga Shitaru as Yuichi Kazuki, Suki Namono Wasuki Dakara Shuganai as Futakai Tamura, Tsuketi Neo as Yamato Kurosawa, Switch as Halkura Bayashi, Taiden Shoujo Tahane Mushi no Orchestra as Haibin, Tokyo Yobanjin as Ibiki Kano, Tsumitsu Karai Nakmi as Sin, Zuiogari as Shiba and Keisuke, Urajiri Waboku no Nameo Shiteru as Luca Crusheria, VB Rose as Yukari Arizaka, Wagamama Prisoner, My Master. Is My Classmate section, Wakaku Samanogatari Kami Hikuki ni Not, Watashi ni XX Shinasai. Ashiga Kaitami, Yabe Kimokai as Toromaki, Yanda Heaven as Wakaza, Yusashiki Tojigara as Chihiro Husho, Yellow as Taki, Yurigorka Gakuen Series 1, Heart Moe Boku no Mono, Yurigorka Gakuen Series 2, Kaimidak no Prince ni Naratai, Zombie Lone as Shitotachai Banner, Tokusatsu, Kyukai Sentai Go-Go 5 as Dream Vision Fsima Beast Bahama, Keizoku Sentai Go Kaga as Jarashid, Games, Hack G. U as Hoseo, Another Centuries episode, R as Suzaku Kyoruji, Another Centuries episode Portable as Suzaku Kyoruji, Ape Escape as Uki Blue, Black Wolves Saga, Bloody Nightmare as Jojo von Garibaldi, Castlevania, Portrait of Ruin as Jonathan Morris, Code Geass, Lost Colors as Suzaku Kyoruji, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII, Dissidia, Final Fantasy, The Kingdom Hearts series as Cloud Strife, Danganronpa, Academy of Hope and High School Students of Despair as Leon Q. Waiter, Diabolic Lovers, More Blood as Ruki Mukami, Eternal Sonata as Fugue, Fatal Frame 4, Mask of the Lunar Eclipse as Uhabara, Fate's Day Night Ra Copyright Alter Noir, Takeoff. Super Dimensional Trouble Hanafuda Epic Battle as Saber, Final Fantasy Type O as Kurosame, Full House Kiss as Asaki Hanekera, Galaxy Angel as Red Eye, Guilty Crown, Lost Xmas as Scrooge, Haruka Narutoki no Nakadamarai Itwaro as Uno Swafumi, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind as Bruno Bixirati, Clonoa Heroes, Legend of the Star Medal as Gantz, Kyo Karamo. Orisama Quest as Yuri Shibuya, Kyo Karamo. Hajimari no Tabi as Yuri Shibuya, Konjiki no Gash Bell series as Kamaro Takamine, Lovely Complex as Otani Atsushi Rockman 10, Command Mission, Rockman X8, Irregular Hunter X as Rockman X Memories of 5 The unfinished film as Yusio Kaina, Mixa Chocolate as Hara, Nana as Renhonjo, Namkoa, Capsom as Gantz and Red Aramajoka, Naruto video games as Sasori, Nais no Shijiri as Yamamoto Kornsuke, Norita Toki no Kaba, Kiri no Mori no Majo as Kaito Berman, Orange Honey as Shinya Shiraishi, Princess Maker 4 as Prince Charles Charles, Project X Zone as Rockman X Shenmue and Shenmue 2 as Land Long Sunsaw, Shin Megami Tensei, Devil Survivor 2 as Alka, Skylanders, Giants as Fright Rider, Star Project Online as Yano Kazutaro, Super Robot Wars Z2, Super Robot Wars GC, Tales of Legendia as Walter Delkes, Tales of Graces as Asbelond, Tales of the World, Radiant Mythology 3 as Asbelond, Tengai Makai 3, Nameda as Nameda, The Bouncer as Sinbatad, Tokyo Babel as Adam, Trauma Team as CRS-01, Valkyrie of the Battlefield, Galleon Chronicles as Faldio Lanzot, Virtua Fighter series as Leaf Wandav. Fortune as Julius Fortner, Wartek, Senko no Rond as Mika McLee, White Knight Chronicles as Shappa, Zegapane Not as Toga Dupe, Zegapane XOR as Toga Vital, OVA Movies, Hack Liminality as Tomonori Kasumi, Hack G. U Trilogy as Hoseo, Beat Angel Escalade as Kyohyu Yanis, Divine Love as Hyde, Dogs, Bullets and Carnage as Hein Ramsteiner, Icon, Shimako Urisora, Final Fantasy VII Advent Children as Cloud Strife, Fate Prototype as Saber King Arthur, Haruka Narutoki no Nakadamarai Itwaro as Uno Swafumi, Gatekeepers 21 as Shanyu Kia, Guilty Crown, Lost Xmas as Scrooge, Junjo Romantica as Takahashi Misaki, Karas as Iko Hosunin, Kat ni Kaizo as Keizo Katsu, Kai Papa as Shunsuke Sakaki, Konjiki no Gash Bell The Attack of Mecha Vulcan as Kamaro Takamine, Last Order, Final Fantasy VII as Cloud Strife, Naruto. The Movie, Road to Ninja as Sasori Rockman 10, The Day of Sigma as Rockman X Santa Company as Pedro, Saint Seiya, The Lost Canvas as Griffin Minnows, Shin Getter Robo vs Neo Getter Robo as Guikimanji, Switch as Halkura Bayashi, Tokyo Marble Chocolate as Yuji, Tsubasa to Hotaru as Yumatoba, Vigirand as D, Fuxel as Ryo, Dubbing, Adventure Time as Marshall Lee, Bionicle, The Legend Reborn as Metris Elizabeth I as Robert Dudley, 1st Earl of Leicester, Into the Wild as Christopher McCandless, Kamen Rider, Dragon Knight as Danicho Kamen Rider X, Nowhere Boy as John Lennon, Piranha 3D as Jake Forrester, The Reader as Michael Berg, Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen as Sideways, Twilight film series as Edward Cullen, Transformers animated as Blur, Pleasant Goat and Big Big Wolf as Pleasant Goat, notes and references. External links, Takahiro Sakurai at the CIA database, Takahiro Sakurai at Anime News Network's Encyclopedia, Takahiro Sakurai at the Internet Movie Database.